For most people, buying a home is one of the most expensive purchases that they will ever make in their lifetime. But did you know that you could buy a home for as little as $1,000? What's up, YouTube? I'm Kareem Howard with Coldwell Banker Realty here in beautiful downtown Denver. Today, I want to show you the exact step-by-step process on how to buy a home for only $1,000. When you think about buying a house, you've probably heard that you need around 20% to use as a down payment. For a $500,000 house, that's about $100,000, which is a lot of money. But what if I told you that there's a government paid assistance program that will cover almost the entire down payment? The Colorado Housing Finance Authority, or CHFA for short, is a government subsidized first time homebuyer program. The way it works is as long as you cover $1,000, they will cover the entire down payment. Now, of course, there are some requirements in order to get approved for the program. CHFA is not just going to be handing out money to anybody. First things first, let's talk about credit. So CHFA requires that all borrowers have a 620 plus credit score. They're taking on all the risks, so they want to make sure that the borrowers have a little bit of responsibility with their credit. Now, if you don't have good credit, don't click off the video. I can definitely help you out. I have a really good credit team that can help you figure out what you need to improve in order to jump your credit up just a little bit, or even if it's a lot of bit, in order to get approved for the program. So if you are having credit problems, you could still reach out. So CHFA actually has an income limit. And what that means is as long as you're making under a certain amount of money, you can get approved for the program. Right now, you were looking at a graph, and this shows different household size in different counties in Colorado. And based on this graph, you can see whether or not you would qualify for the program. So go ahead and pause the video and take a look on different areas that you're looking for and see if it works for you. You really thought it was going to be that easy? Of course there's going to be a catch. You really think the government is going to cover your entire down payment and only make you pay $1,000 without a catch? You're going to have to do something really, really special, really grueling, really hard. And you want to know what that is? You're going to have to take a class. I know. It's a class. It's a home buying class. And so what you're going to have to do is every single applicant has to take a CHFA approved first time home buyer class. And what this class does is it goes over the home buying process. I personally think this is really good because buying a home is a really, really big financial and just really big decision you're going to make in your life. So you definitely want to learn a little bit more about the process and know exactly what you're going to be doing. But yeah, that's it. There's really no catch to the CAFA program. The only hard thing you're really going to have to do is you're just going to have to take the class. You can take the class at any point in the home buying process. You can take it in the beginning. You can take it right before you close. It really doesn't matter. I advise you to take the class before you even start the whole process, just so you know that what you're doing and you know exactly what's going to be happening. The first step to getting started is to talk with a lender. Now, I personally work with a lender that I send most of my buyers to just because it is someone that I like and trust, and I just know he will get the job done. But you are more than welcome to shop around and work with a lender that you prefer or someone that you already trust. But just make sure that the lender you are working with is approved with CHFA. Now, with a lender, you're going to go through a pre-approval process. And if you've never heard about that, a pre-approval process is basically a little letter that you get which shows you how much house you can afford, which is really good on my end as a real estate agent, because if you're only pre-approved for $500,000, I'm not going to take you shopping for $600,000 because I know it's not in the price range. It's a really good data point just so we know what we can afford, make sure we know how much house we can afford, and make sure that we're shopping in the right range. Now, I can't just sit here and lie to you and tell you that if you make X amount of money, you will get pre-approved for X amount, because it really doesn't work like that. I really wish it was that easy. There's a lot of bells and whistles. There's a lot of intricacies that go into a pre-approval letter that makes every single one different from another. So make sure you talk with your lender before you get started. Now, once you're pre-approved with a CHFA approved lender, this is where the fun starts. So this is where you start working with a real estate agent like me. And this is where we start shopping for homes. You tell me what you want, where you want, why you want, how you want. You tell me exactly what you want in a house. I put in a little search. I find you the perfect places and we go shopping. We find the exact right place for you. And as soon as we find the perfect place that you love, we submit an offer. So once we get an offer accepted, we are going to go through the closing process. Towards the end of the closing process, you're going to see that you're going to have to pay for closing costs as a buyer. Now, closing costs are typically 2 to 5% of the purchase price of a house. So if you're buying a house for $500,000, you can expect to pay up to $25,000. But I wouldn't be making this video titled How to Buy a House for Only $1,000 if I didn't know how to get around this. This is where I come in. This is where my expertise as a real estate agent really shines. So since I've done so many CHFA deals, I know how to get around this. I know how to make sure you are only coming out of pocket $1,000. And that is because I know how to negotiate. I am able to negotiate with the seller's agent and make sure that those sellers are covering your closing costs so you're not paying for any of that, which is just so fantastic. And there you have it, a step-by-step process on how to buy a home for only $1,000. Now, if you're interested in getting started or you want to learn a little bit more about the process, you can shoot me a text, you can call me, you can email me, you can reach out via social media, whatever you feel comfortable. I'll be putting all of that down in the description. I am Kareem Howard with Coldwell Banker Realty here in beautiful Colorado. Have a great day.